Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura, and we are going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, rules could be reversed. Always interpret the message as the best resonates for you because cross watchers are always more than welcome to watch. Because guess what? The reading may resonate more with them. Okay, it's always up to you to interpret. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, all you need to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always how I like to start my readings off. You'll know if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath. You'll also have to be pretty much open to getting a shadow reading because, again, I like to go deep into my readings. We don't just look at what goes on the surface. So, um, also, if you're interested in any type of shadow healing or you want to book a reading with me, all important information you can find in the description box. Want to get shadow healing? Well, I have a $7.99, it's $7.99 a month. Shadow healing coaching program comes with inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, and all the healing modalities to heal the effects of trauma. That's really important. If you were in any type of narcissistic relationship, or you feel like you were, raised by a sociopath, or you were raised by someone that just emotionally just couldn't give to you, and you have trauma, and you feel that that trauma just plays out all the time within your relationships, when you see problems within your finances, you definitely want to check it out. You're never going to find anything for $7.99, but I formulated that because as a healer, I had to walk the path. So everything that I offer, I have been certified in. So breath work, meditation, EFT, NLP, past life trauma healing, and the list goes on. So you definitely want to check it out. All right, now without further ado, let's check out that word. Let's see what the word of the day is going to be, because this is how Spirit likes me to know where to start. Otherwise, we wouldn't know where to start. Okay, disequilibrium. Again, that's out of balance. That's the word that you're going to write in your comment bar. Now, it's also the word, like I said, that Spirit is saying that this is the underlining energy of your situation, that something is keeping you imbalanced. And it's like, I feel like there's a lot going on with this word. First we look at you. And so you're connected to somebody that doesn't want to give you closure. And they don't want to give you closure because they still have feelings for you, but they don't know what they're doing yet. So they also feel like they can't come near. I don't like this energy, I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like it's very selfish. It's like you're connected to someone that is strategizing and doing what's best for them. And so they know it's keeping you in a place of imbalance because they have you on hold. They haven't closed out. It's almost like they went ghost with the hopes that they can come back. I don't think that they felt like they were going to be gone for as long, but there's that energy. Then there's also that person that I feel like is really imbalanced. And they're imbalanced because they haven't 100% let go of something. There's this karmic energy. Not saying that it's love. What I'm saying is that they need to fully let go and close out a cycle before they come to you, and they refuse to do it. So they're imbalanced because they have a lot of emotions and passions for you and desire for you, and they're thinking about you, but they're not doing anything. So it's keeping them up in their head and it's creating a lot of anxiety. Then whoever they're attached to feels that they're there, but also feels like they're not there. So if this is a work-related situation, they're going to work and they're doing a half-assed job and they're not even doing most of their job. If they're still in a connection with someone, that person definitely feels like they're checked out, that they're there, but they're not there. They're not doing a damn thing for that person. They're just kind of sitting there and taking up space. So that everybody that they're connected to on the outside, that's like, I don't know what your issue is, but I'm getting pissed off. And I'm getting pissed off because you're just kind of sitting there and you're not doing anything. And I know it's because you don't really want to be here, but you're not honest and you're not open and you're not saying exactly where you want to go. So you're kind of like attached to us because you must be getting something. So everyone in this situation is in a place of disequilibrium. Everybody's imbalanced in this situation. And it's all because of your person. The person that, well, I don't want to say your person, but the person that's attached to you and that you're also thinking about. So let's look at the hidden truths. Let's look at the cards and see why I just channeled that from that word disequilibrium. We both know I am not the one for you. So this person is like, you're so confident. You have your life together. My life isn't 100% mine. I don't really know what I'm doing. And I don't know whether it's like not 100% theirs, but they definitely care way too much about what other people think. They care way too much about what other people think, and they want to be seen as a certain thing, and they don't really know how that would work. If they left, again, they see it almost as if they're abandoning. It's almost like they'd rather like look like they're a martyr, like for other people, than actually do what's best for them. So the thing is, they see that you are your own person. You're a bold person. You live your truth. And this person knows that. And so they're like, I don't think I could even be in your life because, it's like, I care, like, again, you're not going to put up with it. You're not going to put up with me asking other people and me putting other things before you. Your life shows me that. Your life shows me that because you're your own person. I left you before you could leave me because I didn't want you to see that. I didn't want you to see how codependent I am. I have feelings for you, but it's like I can't really give you anything. Or I don't really want to give you anything. There's a sense of that also a little bit, right? Because if the person really wanted to give, they would. So they're like almost have a problem with it. And I feel like because they're surrounded by people they don't really necessarily have to give to, they do what they want to do. They do what they want to do. I wish things could be different. They can be different. Your person's not strong enough to do what they need to do. And that's like, I mean, why they're in a place of disequilibrium. They would love for you to come to them. They would love for you to do. And I believe that that's what this person normally gets, to be honest with you. I don't believe that this person acts like an adult with anyone ever. If they're connected to people, it's because those people control this person's life. Then what I see is that this person doesn't do anything one way or the other. They're surrounded by people that they don't really want to do anything for. And it's again, and they're not doing anything for. It's just easier. Almost like, well, I was here to begin with, and then I met you, and now I have feelings for you. And it's like, I want to be with you, but I don't want to leave my comfort zone. I also don't want to do what it takes to actually have to be in your life. So I know that you know that I'm not the one for you because you see that. I couldn't let you get close to me. And it's like, because this person knows you would never want to be with them. I almost feel like ending the reading here because it's almost like, well, why bother? It's like this person, like, but then we could say, okay, this is a real shadow reading. It's like you met a person that was never 100% honest. That's why they're in a place of disequilibrium. That's why they're so totally imbalanced. They're not living their life. So I don't know what life they're living. Actually, they're not really even living a life right now. They're just kind of existing. I feel like they're living where they used to live and it's comfortable. They don't need to move out, but the people in their environment are getting pissed off with them. So I don't think that, I think though they think that they can stay where they are and do nothing, that it's coming to a place where that's not the truth, because I'm kind of feeling like the people that are close to them, there's kind of like that there's going to be a blow up. And it's because your person's just sitting there taking up space. They're not contributing to that house. They're not doing anything. They're just kind of like there. And so, and they're also not doing anything for you either. But where they're feeding off of, and again, living somewhere is kind of like feeding off of, you're taking, but you're not contributing. Well, I feel like they're not going to be able to stay there. And I'm kind of feeling like your person almost feels like, or the person you're connected to, I should say, is waiting for that to happen. That's the energy there. This person, your person's, is not a strong person. They're not a strong person because they're sitting there and they're waiting for the people to get so mad that they don't have to leave, that they don't have to feel bad. And then I feel like they're going to come to you, but I feel like it's taking so much time. There's a sense that it's taking so much time that your person, again, the person that's connected to you also knows at this point that so much time has gone by that they're going to have to do something for you. So let's look at the triggers. Past. I had a hard time letting go of the past. This says it. It's like, again, so whatever was in their past. And it's again, and what that is it's like they're connected to people. And if it was a romantic partner, it sure is not a romantic partner now. And what it is it's like they have one bad relationship after another bad relationship. Again, it says in here, I had a hard time letting go of the past and the fears associated with it. So they manifested in chaos in my relationship. So this is why your person doesn't want to make a move. This is why they don't do anything. That's why they're waiting for like the people in their environment to be like, get the hell out of here. Like, stop wasting our time so that they could be free. Like they're free to do something, but they have to do something because they're actually becoming more and more emotional, getting more and more like manic inside of them. That was judged. Like again, and they know again that you have a right to judge them. And everyone is judging them. And this person hates that when people again look at them in a bad light. They care a lot about what other people think about them. So they're like, I know you're going to judge me because I judged you, I gaslighted you because I couldn't really make a decision. I wanted to keep you stuck. I know exactly what I did to you. Tempted, almost like they were tempted by that karmic. I feel as if that relationship, again, whatever it was long over. It's just that karmic doesn't really want them to move out or to do anything, wants them still there. They just want them to do for them the way that they used to do for them. Your person isn't doing anything. And they know why. They know because that they're thinking about somebody else, which is what is boiling the karmic's blood. It's boiling that karmic's blood because it's like, okay, like it's like we have a lot of history. We could make this work. You've been here. You've been eating my food, living in my room. You don't need to be here. This relationship has been over. You decided to stay here. And I feel like they stayed there because they were manipulated, they were guilted, and there's not enough of them. So they get tempted really easy because they're not strong within themselves. So that's why they're waiting for like this karmic to like throw them out or to do something. But time is taking forever because karmic knows exactly what they're doing. They're like, I know that somebody's there. I know as soon as I throw you out, you're running to somebody else. I know that. Attention. I need constant attention. Otherwise, see this again, this person didn't feel like you were giving them enough attention in the beginning. Remember what I said, that you're your real person. You are your own person. You don't answer to other people. You don't string other people along. You make your own choices. This person doesn't do that. They're not strong within themselves. And I feel like that karmic, even though that they're not, it's not a love relationship. It's more like a convenient relationship. They don't have to do a damn thing. And it's like that karmic doesn't have a life, doesn't have their own life. Their own life is meshed into whatever is what was with this person, or whether they own a business or property or something. So they're like kind of like meshed together, but they're not, so they're always there. It's like their business is the karmic business and vice versa, but that's because they own something together. It's not because, again, of love at this point, which is why your person's in a place of disequilibrium, because they're like, I don't really want to be in this situation, but I'm not strong enough to do what I need to do. Again, displaced. I fell out of place and sense of not belonging, but that's because of them. They don't feel connected to anybody because they've been giving all their energy to the people that have been in their life. They've outgrown those people. They don't want to be with those people, but they're still not strong enough to set the appropriate boundaries. And I've been getting a lot of that lately of, people. I just now in this story, it's starting to really affect everybody. It's affect because it's gone on for so long that they're just sitting there not doing anything, that everybody's like, okay, what the fuck? Like the karmic knows, they know, and this is why they're like getting really imbalanced, because they're like, there's so much time has gone by, this is taking so long, and they don't want you to move forward. And so my issue with this person is that if they come towards you, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. Now, they may not, because there's a sense that they already know that they missed the boat, that again, that they really don't have a life. They're going to come back into your life, and you're going to see that they don't have a life, that all these other people are there. They can't, no, not going to do that. But they still have feelings. And that's the thing. I feel like this person wanted to come racing towards you, and they wouldn't have came towards you in the right way. They would have pretended that they would have left that karmic. That's what I'm feeling. But now so much time has gone by, they know that they can't do that, because you're going to be like, okay, where were you for the past few years? Well, you were there giving to somebody else. I'm awakened. I know more than I'm letting on. Well, I feel like they are going through an awakening process, because their whole life is about to get turned upside down, because that karmic is going to throw them out. Is going to throw them out because they're getting tired of it. It's like, you can't stay in a place of disequilibrium for long periods of time. It means that you're up in your head, you're thinking a lot, it's creating a lot of emotions. It's that this person is like about to explode. And that's what I felt. So, and your person knows exactly what they're doing, and they're going to go through a major awakening, because their entire life is going to be, turned upside down. They've been staying in this karmic home because at one time they must have had a relationship, they must have had something. So there's a sense of comfortability, that they don't really want to not be comfortable. And there's also a sense of, why should you get everything? So, the karmic is catching on, like, you don't really want to be here. You just want to use me for what I have, or what we had, but you don't own that anymore because we're not together anymore, or you don't want to be in the business anymore, whatever it is that you want to break away from. So you've just been here without really being here, and you're like, ugh, you've been away from me forever. You haven't called, you've ghosted. And this person knows exactly what they've done. And that's what's making me mad. I feel like it's making me mad because it's like, they knew the whole time. They knew the whole time exactly what they were doing. I long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. So, like I said, I feel like there's a part of this person that, for whatever reason, I get this feeling like they're going to try it and like come back into your life, but not be genuine. Not be genuine. My heart is with another right now. I have to finish this karmic contract in order to be free. I'm not lying here. This is what I'm telling you. It's like this person, like, is still thinking about you, but they, again, are with somebody else that they don't really want to be with. It's like, I'm going to pull like just one more from this one. I always felt I had a higher calling in life, and our connection brings me more clarity on it. So again, something that you're doing business-wise, something that you're doing. Again, I feel like you're living your best life almost. You're living your best life aside from the fact of still being connected to this person. And there's a part of you that's like, I feel I'm getting imbalanced because I'm sitting here waiting for you. And you're over there with your thumb up your ass, not really knowing what you're doing. It's again, you're waiting for someone else to throw you out because you don't feel comfortable to actually do it yourself. And so the issue is this person is all about themselves. Again, sitting there wanting the other person to like throw them out, having you wait, and then again, trying to figure out, but not really trying to figure out anything, just waiting for somebody to snap so they don't have to make a choice. But really what's happening is that they're gonna snap. And then on top of it, but I like what you do and I can see me having a life with you, but they haven't given any energy or effort to you. So I have an issue with that. You know what I mean? It's like, words have hurt me in the past, and that's why if you're talking to you, so again, the reason why words have hurt them in the past is because they're very selfish, and people call them out on their situation, and they don't want to really change it. So there's a part of them that's like, I say that, but it's my behavior that creates the problems. And then I really don't know how to explain my behavior. Separated or together, we are working in tandem with each other. Again, they feel like you're a soulmate. That's what they feel. They feel like you're a soulmate. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's true just because that they feel it. I'm kind of feeling at one point that this was a very strong connection. But because this person has kept you in a place like of hold that now has become imbalanced because you're like, I'm not interested in this. I see the writing on the wall. It's like you didn't think that this was going to play out as long as it was going to play out. But now I see you went somewhere else. You went somewhere else and you were giving to somewhere else. This person wasn't giving to anybody else, but they were there. And so they didn't give to anybody. The issue is they didn't want to make a choice. They wanted somebody else to make that choice. So whether you were going to snap out or the other person was going to snap out, somebody else was going to snap out because of their behavior, and they weren't going to do anything. They were just going to sit there and do nothing. Do nothing, not contribute to that karmic's life, not do anything around the house, not do anything, just be like existent, and also ghost you, not do anything for you. And eventually someone was going to snap out. This is the way that they thought that they were going to play it. And it's because it's like, I have to be with this person. I have to be with this karmic. I have to finish things with them, but I'm not ready to close it out, which is totally unfair to you. I run away to avoid facing my problems. That's another way. They might have not ran away, but not making a choice is kind of like in avoidance. So that's not what this person's thing is. They created the problem and then they didn't face the problem. You know what? I'm going to just close it here and to be like, okay, why did you attract this person into your life? Because this is a real like shadow. This is a real karmic connection. This person is not mature enough to make their own choices. They don't know how to do that. They don't mind wasting other people's time. So we have to say, why did you attract this person? Because people will say, oh, well, you're a mirror of what comes into your life. Well, it doesn't mean that you have this type of character. It might mean you needed to learn the spiritual lesson of valuing yourself. You know, if you're like, again, you were waiting for this person to make the right decision, and little did you know that they're sitting on their ass waiting for either you or the other person to blow their gasket. We're dealing with that. Okay, disassociated. Well, this definitely would keep you in a place of disassociation. We're looking at your inner child wounds. We're saying, why did you attract this person? So we're going to answer everything after I pull two other cards, because I like to pull three. Source, and one more. Trauma. Well, Virgo, I feel as if you didn't get the love that you deserved growing up. There was a lot of trauma around, emotional trauma, psychological trauma, and this person played a lot of games. And I feel like when we have trauma really, really bad, like, again, someone's supposed to love us and care for us, like a parent, a caregiver, they're supposed to be there, but then they're not. We don't may not cry. The trauma is almost like, is the psychological trauma is so bad that we detach and disassociate. It's because we become numb. It's almost like, I feel, Virgo, that you were raised by a parent that was almost like what I said earlier, like a sociopath, someone that wasn't capable of loving you. And it created a lot of trauma. And it created a lot of trauma where you disassociated from yourself. And that means that you went through the experience, you remember what they did, but you don't have any feeling towards it anymore. There's a numbing towards it. And I feel like this situation created that, again, that experience for you again. But what it actually also did was open you back up to source, the higher self, the God part of self. That's why they say the child that survives thrives, because they thrive because of their imagination, their dreams, they escape. And the way that they escape is through, their passions, their little things which they enjoy to do, children, right? I mean, that's how they escape. They escape into their imagination, into, becoming whoever they want to be in their imagination, right? So this trauma actually made you go deep within inside of yourself. Again, that's where source really is, right? Source is the higher self. And that higher self made you really think about what you wanted in your life. I also feel like you found your gifts. You put your time into yourself. And so God doesn't just work through us through gut intuition, inner knowing, it works through our environment. And when we're in alignment with who we are, and this is what is stated in the beginning, because you are a very strong person, this person is not a strong person. And the thing is, they know automatically, I'm not the right person for you, because I don't live my own life. I'm not confident in that way. However, I am attracted to you. I do want to be with you. I mean, but nevertheless, it's like you were like, no, that's not enough for me. You put the energy into yourself, and it did bring you to source. My issue is, Virgo, you were still holding on to that person a little bit. And you were holding on to that person, hoping that they would do the right thing. And it's because you felt that there is a soul connection. They do have feelings for you. But this isn't about that. This is about a person not capable of doing it because they're wounded. And so I believe the lesson that you needed to learn is that whoever raised you, that had that harsh personality, that created trauma, that gave you trauma, that because they weren't able to actually emotionally give to you, well, there was love there. There was love there. That's the way that they love. It's again on now only God loves perfect. God is source. And you again get that energy when you invest in yourself. So I do believe that you invested in yourself But I also believe that you're coming to the end of this connection of saying, like, I'm tired of being in a place of imbalance because I'm connected to you. And this is how, because emotionally you don't show up for me, and that's traumatic for me. It brings me back to the time that I grew up, that I didn't have that, where it's, again, because I was born into a family where the parent or parents couldn't give it to me for whatever reason. But I certainly don't need to live that life now. And that's why you need to integrate it. And I feel like you did integrate it, but in a sense, it's like the place of disequilibrium, I believe, for you is coming to an end, because you're like it's been too long. And that's why your person is like, they can feel it. Now that makes sense. That's why your person is getting really antsy, because they know so much time has gone by. They know that it took so long. It wasn't supposed to take this long. They thought that the karmic would just easily like let go of them. It's like the karmic knew the whole time what they were doing. So no. But this is why you're like, I don't want to stay in the space anymore. So we ask Spirit, what is the other energy that we can pull into the situation to balance it out? Positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thought to that which brings me well-being. I place that what is weighty for me in the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being and I find serenity. So this is, again, like, unfortunately, being connected to a person like this is traumatic and will, again, make you think negatively, because they didn't give you anything and they're not healed. So you can't logic this. There is caring, but they're not healed. Just the same as your parent. They loved you, but they weren't healed. So that's what it looked like. So we focus on what's positive, because what this is not saying is that life is all rosy all the time. What this is, it says my life is full of small patches that bring me happiness, that make me feel, whole. So what I have no power over, I put back into the universe, and I direct my actions and thoughts and life towards those happy patches, because that's what inevitably will grow. Otherwise, if I keep focusing on this person wasn't here for me, this person can't get it together, this person, you're going to stay stuck in a place of limitation. And I kind of feel like that is how you didn't move on. You were still holding space for them because they were still able to trigger you, and that because they weren't doing the right thing, but you felt, I know that you have feelings for me. They do. They're not strong. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. I hope that you resonated with this. And I hope that you're really are over this. But if you did and you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, don't forget to write the word disequilibrium in your comment bar. That's a little bit tough word to spell. So I'm going to hold it up for you. Disequilibrium. All right. So you're going to write that word in your comment bar. And if you can't find it and you didn't listen to the end, you can always find it in the comment bar. All right. I mean, in the description box. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.